Hey, what is up, guys? YouTube Jared333. Like, subscribe, and share, guys. Make sure to become a Patreon member today. Link in description as well. Today we're going to go over a few things that I haven't seen in other videos yet, and I'm going to explain to you more or less why they are that way. So we're talking about the Book of Giants. A lot of this is also covered in the Book of Enoch. So I just have a few passages here. I want to go over one in specific in this video. But so this is the Watchers. This part here is the Watchers are bound by angels of heaven and imprisoned in the abyss. So the Watchers, or the watchmen, were sent to the earth. There was 200 of them. They were sent to the earth to watch over the people and take care of it. And these are the same ones that corrupted the earth, had the Nephilim, had sexual relations with women of earth, and created these giants called Nephilim. So the Nephilim is basically the sons of these watchmen, or fallen angels, you could say, the Book of Giants. So that's what this part here is saying. Brief summary: the Watchers came out of an assembly of their offspring, and with great sorrow and weeping verified the terrible judgment written on the tablet. So what this part here is talking about is they didn't believe that basically their fate was written on a tablet, because they were very troubled and had these horrible dreams, because they had the same dream where they look in this water and only 3 names came out of the water, which was Noah and his family from the water. So they didn't believe it, and then basically the Watchers, or their fathers, came to them of all their offspring, and they were crying and saying that what was written is actually the truth. So they appeared before them and told them that was truth. That's what that was talking about. So I'm not going in complete order. If I say something, this is not the order that it happened in, but I'm just telling you what these the verses. So the giants and monsters terrorized the earth and devoured the human race. So this is before and after they got news of the last one. So like I'm saying, I'm not reading it in order. I'm just telling you pieces of which. So don't take it like this order. The giants and monsters terrorized the earth and devoured the human race. Okay, so the giants. Okay, so giants and monsters are two totally different things. So the giants were the Nephilim, and some of them were monsters, but they're talking about something totally different here. You're gonna realize in a second. So they ate humans, they ate animals, terrorized people, because this is what it means when I'm telling you right now what it means when we're made in the image of God. God is love. So as human beings, we're in the image of love. So other animals, they don't understand love, so that's why they eat each other, they kill each other, they destroy things. They don't have that much love as we do. We're made in the image of love. They're made in different images. So this is what I'm getting to my point here in a second. This video. Nearly all life on the planet became genetically corrupted and flesh-eating. You see what I'm saying? So these giants had relations with animals. So I don't know in which way, if they physically penetrated or if they just put the semen in, or had humans put the semen in. It could happen in different number of ways. This part here is not specified, but all life on the planet was corrupted and flesh-eating. Corrupted means not, basically it's not supposed to be like that. So the animals conceived hybrid monsters according to their respective species. Okay, the watchmen chose from the diverse species of 200 each kind in order to copulate with the progenerate genetic aberrations. Okay, so why would they do this? Why would they? And here's the definition of aberrations: a departure from what is normal, usual, or unexpected, typically one that is unwelcome, beguile, charm, or enchant. So let's go back here. So why would they do this to the animals? For a human, a normal human wouldn't understand. Why are they having relations with animals? Why are they making babies with animals? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this? So this is why in my other videos, you guys, I cannot stress enough that love is above love. Without love, it doesn't matter how much knowledge and power you have. This is why it's going back to this. It's simple when you understand it with the concept. These things were created and wanting power and wanting knowledge and these things like that. So animals, just cats and dogs, let's say just household animals you can think of. Birds can fly. You have a parrot, it can fly around. And cats can see into the next dimension very easily, and they're very flexible. Dogs, you know, their sense of smell is another level. They can smell fear. They can smell color. You know, their sense of smell is another level. And cats, their eyes are slit, so who knows what they can do and what they can see. And you know, every animal has their own abilities. So when the thing is, another thing I want to explain in this video is if you look at the Grim Reaper, he's holding a scythe, right? A scythe. So that is for harvesting. In the Bible, it speaks multiple times of us being as, you know, human beings. If you think of a bean, you can think of a B-E-I-N-G or a B-E-A-N. It sounds the same, human being or being. A bean is something that you plant and you harvest. So we're all basically harvested souls. Like when we die, we become the way that we're living. Our vibrational frequency goes to that state once we pass. So I don't know 100% what it means to have to when you have children, I know that you can, like, they listen to what they're saying and stuff, like they're telling them what to do, like that's their father, you know. So these creatures were obviously smart, the ones that they had from the animals, and they had extraordinary gifts that, you know, what they wouldn't even have, or humans wouldn't have, of course. So they're extremely hybrid because their fathers were angels, and they're like hybrid, half human, half angel, and then their children are half animals, half human, half angel. So it gets a bit complicated, but if you understand what I'm saying, their children have these powers and gifts that no one else has, because the animals, they have these gifts and powers, but they don't have any love or understanding. So if you can give them that, and they're your children, and I believe that eventually that goes full circle, and then that can be absorbed by you, and then you get those gifts or powers as well. Something like that. Something along those lines. I just know that the human way is the way that we're supposed to start by, and basically don't jump the gun. You have to have love. You have to have love before all these other things. Like I said, without love, power and knowledge is useless. So that's why they had to start all over. They put a cap on the, as far as I know, they put a big cap on the angels coming down to earth, and they put a cap on, not coming down to earth, they put a cap on them terraforming or turning into humans, as far as I know. But I've heard stories that, you know, nothing's impossible. So there are some that can still do it. But as far as you know, like, it's not in the news, like, you know, a bunch of terraforming things are just appearing out of nowhere, which would be the angels or whatever. So that's not happening right now. But what was I getting at here? Totally kind of lost thought here. But anyways, love is the key, guys, and that's the way that we should, you know, do things according to the ways of love. That's in our image. Goes back to kindness, goodness. The fruit of the spirits is love, you guys. Joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So when this is happening, there is no love on the earth. You see what I'm saying? When people are killing each other, flesh eating, you know, killing each other, beasts, that is definitely not loving. That's not having consideration for the next person or being, and that's not respectable. That's not respectful. That's not, you know, it's not anything good. But it's just lust. It's just lust for power and intelligence. Cause, you know, when you eat any kind of meat, you know, you feel the more power from it, and you feel the more protein, right? You get more power and protein, but that's not what life is about. Love is above those things. If you can't learn to love, you don't deserve those powers, you know. And it is true, like I said in my other videos, that we don't die, our spirit doesn't die, but there is 100% consequences for your actions. Now, you think someone going to jail now is bad? Someone going to jail now for 100 years is bad. You spending the rest of your life now in jail. This spirit, Azazos, has been in prisoned in this abyss since this happened, which is thousands and who knows how long ago. So, I mean, they used to tell me a long time ago that, because I used to be worried about my own demise or passing, which is actually non-existent, because that doesn't exist. You know, their life and death are both inevitable, but you have to pass to live. So, with that being said, like I said, consequences are 100% real, you guys. 100% real. So you have to be very careful what you choose to do, and think about what you do. Like I said, practice fruits of the spirit: love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, self-control, long-suffering. And you know, if you don't know what those are, look them up. You know how I look up those other words, you can Google it. Try to show loving qualities, and the rest will be given to you. Okay, it's not something that's taken; it's given, and these things have to be learned. You have to learn these qualities. Okay, practice them, because you're gonna need them. Okay, that's what God is. God is love. You want to be like God? Learn to love. You know, be passionate, patient. You know, all those fruitages. Don't be power hungry, money hungry too much. I mean, you do have to love yourself to love others. You do have to have a level, but there's balance. You know, you have to be submissive, but then choose to when not to be, when someone's maybe pushing you around too much or at all. Like, it depends on how you feel like, where you are in your journey or life. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and what I was saying in the video about why they were doing these seem to be to us crazy things, but they were actually very smart creatures. But understanding is very different from smart and knowledge. Understanding and wisdom, okay, you wisely understand that love is above these things, because if not, you're just gonna see the flesh-eating planet. They're just killing everything. It's just a horrible place to live. I would not want to live in this world. Okay, there's no love. Like that song, you know, where is the love? The love. Give me more, cause it's not enough. I think it's Panic at the Disco. That's my favorite band, you guys. Check out Panic at the Disco. Booyah! Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, guys. Just become a Patreon member today. Only $5 a month or whatever you would like to donate. Okay? Remember, nothing is impossible, you guys. Nothing is unbelievable. It may seem unbelievable, but it will be undeniable when it's in your face.